You are about to hear truth. You are about to hear laughter. You are about to hear knowledge. You are about to hear the word on the street. Now, here are your hosts, Luis Vicente and Mikey Sausage.
What's up, family? Welcome to another episode, guys, of Word on the Street. Thank everybody for being here. We appreciate every single one of y'all. Guys, get in this giveaway. Post that giveaway. Let's go. Guys, thanks again. You can enter the giveaway, Mikey. What's good, Mikey? What's happening, brother?
All good, bro. All good. Ready to go.
Good evening, chat. Irma Burton, what's good? 5 nickels. Family, welcome. Blake the Snake, welcome in the chat. So, Mikey,
my girlfriend Irma never wins, she said.
Oh, she won when she won me.
Oh, Irma.
she won me as a son-in-law, so she won.
Oh, shit.
Yo, Mikey, we made it to 26. Bro, we made it to 26,000 followers on Whatnot, bro. Quick.
What do you mean 26,000?
26,000 followers. Me.
You mean you?
Oh. Me. 26,000 followers. We made on Saturday. We reached the milestone, baby.
Did Whatnot send you a Go Watch?
They're going to send me something like they send YouTube, but with the freaking plaque and all that stuff. So we waiting for it, Whatnot. So shout out to your man. Like, let's go, baby. Yep, get into this giveaways, guys. So
what's going on, Luis Vicente? What's up?
Man, so I want to talk about the streams, man. So our Thursday stream is going to be crazy. We got April starting at $1. We got a bunch of heat. But, dude, on the 24th, November 24th, bro, we are going to be having Born and Raised, Travis Scott Olives, a bunch of bangers, all starting at $1. So make sure you guys bookmark that show because it's going to be lit. What about you, Mikey? When you going to start streaming again, bro?
I was thinking about doing a Black Friday stream, maybe. We'll see, because of the commission thing, Maybe I'll run some coupons, free shipping. I don't know. I got a lot of shoes here, so I got to do something with them. But
Mikey's sitting around. He got like 2,000 shoes in his house, all filled with. He got to climb over. Them, guys.
Well, this is my shoe house, Louis. My shoe house.
Gotcha. See,
it's not where I live. I keep them separate because I don't trust any of you people out there. But this was a house that I rented to my cousin, and when he moved out, I said, screw it. I said, let me just make it. And I just put shoes all over, racks and racks and racks of shoes. So
who's like that whatever. Too? Lozano buys a ton of shoes, man. On everybody's street. Somebody's phone is ringing and the mic is open on it. But Pesky Night in the building. Pesky Night too. There goes Lozano. Frizz Naya, what's good, baby? Lozano.
Oh, the Wiggy here, yeah.
He's here.
There's your lovely wife.
There she goes.
Nancy Vicente. Yes.
Circle City Kicks Bunter. That's my freaking mom. B. Zimmerman in the building. We appreciate every single one of you guys. Yo, Buzz Mania. Yo, guys, let me tell you about today's guest. So today's guest is a very, very special guest, man. You guys all know him. He's the face of Keevado Kicks. He is the face of Keevado Kicks. Man, he's a super awesome guy. And he's coming here to tell you guys a story, bro, of his. He's an inspiration himself. So every time, all of our streams, what we want to give you guys is realness. You know what I mean? We want you, the guys, we want to introduce you to the streamer itself. We want to show you who's the man behind that camera and who's bringing the realness. And this guy, Justin, he's as real as it can be. We met Justin a bunch of times. We spoke to him a bunch of times. He's a great family man and a great businessman, guys. So with all that being said, man, we want to introduce Justin. Let's go, baby.
Oh, what is up? Hey, man, I appreciate
What
y'all
is
having
good,
me
baby?
on. I appreciate y'all for having me, man. I'm excited. I don't really know what's in store, but I'm here for anything that y'all need. Questions y'all
Just
got,
get ready.
man.
Yeah. I guess the first question I have, right? I got to start some shit, Louis. You know me. So
here we
you describe Justin as the face of Keevado, right?
Yep.
Who's the ass?
I ain't even got no comment.
You said I got 3 no comments. I'm gonna use my first no comment.
You want to ask the audience?
They said Christian. I don't know. Shoe savvy in the building. Is that Keem? Keem, what's up, baby? They said Taylor. Yo, Taylor's story about that. Yo, you got to hear Taylor's story about that was the
but
most
y'all didn't
funniest
know.
thing.
The thing is, Taylor worked here at my store for 2 years. And then I took him over there to Keevado because, I could only pay him so much, obviously here. So he went over there and got a whole new life, right? I gave him up, because I felt it was time for him to move up. He put in 2 years with me at my store, and then he brought his best friend in here to work the store after he went to the warehouse. And so now I sold my store out last week, and I took his best friend over to the warehouse with us too. So, I tried to elevate both of these young men, so they can make more money than what I could pay them at the store. They got insurance and 401ks and everything over there. So,
that's fantastic.
Yeah, and I ain't gonna tell you how much they make. They make bank, bro. Like,
shit.
Wait. Are you hiring 401k?
Keep hiring for you, baby, all the time, anytime. Yeah, you ain't got to put no application in, bro.
Put another giveaway on there. Let's get another giveaway out there for the people. Yo, so we want to start from the beginning with you, Justin. So again, we're excited to have you on, brother. So, man, everybody sees Justin cashing out and stuff like that. Man, we're going to get to all of that, so don't go anywhere. Share the stream. Let's get some people in here. Enter the giveaways. This is a giveaway stream while we speak to Justin. So, Justin, what I want to ask you, man, from the beginning, brother, where were you born and about your childhood? Where were you born? Okay. What kind of child were you?
So I'm Tennessee born and raised, man. So I was born in Eastern Tennessee. I don't know if anybody on here knows where Knoxville is, but I'm a little east of Knoxville, in a little town called Morristown. So I was born there, and what seems like forever ago, I guess, in the 80s. So my mom and dad, I don't even know if they were ever married or what, but they were never together. So my mom has been a lifelong addict, for as long as I can remember. So I was raised by my dad all my life. He kept the bills paid, but that's about it. I didn't come from anything like money wise. Our lights got cut out a lot. Our water got cut off a lot. I remember eating, the same thing for months at a time, whether it be like potatoes or I remember he got he came up on a whole like truckload of Hardee's gravy, like the restaurant Hardee's. I don't know, y'all got Hardee's wherever y'all at, but
yeah.
So it's this powdered gravy that comes in these bags, right? And you just mix water with it. So I remember eating it on light bread, for months at a time. So,
wow.
But he always made it work, and he always took care of me. And he's kind of like me. Well, I'm kind of like him, exactly like him. So he was a hustler, you know, everything my whole life, and you know, he always taught me right from wrong, and I chose the wrong path, you know, at a very, very, very young age, man. So, but I
I
didn't have
think
like
you
you
a
have
can
some-
horrible
relate to
child.
you.
You have
Yeah,
siblings, Justin?
I'm an only child. Well, let me.
Oh.
I'm gonna say I'm an only child right now, but further into this, you'll kind of, when I mention my sisters, don't think that, you know, just you'll kind of get where everything goes.
Mhm.
But I was the only child being raised by my father. Yeah. So decent, you know, decent childhood. Like I was never, you know, beat or anything like that. You know, my dad always treated me like a man. He never treated me like a child. So anywhere he would go, I was with him. You know, if he was going to drop this off, I'm with him dropping this off. Or if we're going to pick this
Mhm.
up, you know. But he was great dude, my best friend in the world. You know, in the world. So but like I said, I started getting in trouble, man, super, super young. Like, you know,
How
I
old?
started
How
getting
old?
suspended.
How old?
I, like 7, man. I
So
started getting
seven,
suspended from
seven,
school.
seven was your first bad decision?
No, hell no. No, I swore I had some more before that. But I started getting kicked off the bus, you know, at 7, 8 years old. You know, I'm cussing and I'm drinking beer already, and like
Wow.
That
oh
sounds like
yeah,
Mook
bro. Yeah,
without the
so
beer.
um, then but really, so back to my mom, you know, she was an addict, but my dad never tried to keep me from her, or like he never talked bad on her or anything like that, you know, because that was my mom. And so when she would get clean, you know, for these however many months, he would always let me go stay with her wherever she was at. So when I was 13, around about 13, she had gotten clean, and she was in Johnson City, Tennessee, which was about an hour from us. So, you know, he let me go up there and stay with her. And, you know, she smokes crack. I don't know how else to put it. You can't
Mhm.
really censor that, right? So, she smoked crack, and I kind of seen, you know, I've always been about motivated by, like, I want to make some money, man. So I
Sure.
kind of seen what was going on. You know, they ran a little house, you know, where people would come and buy and sell and smoke their dope at. So I
Mhm.
kind of seen it, you know, what was going on, and you know, opportunity. So I was 13 and got my first whatever it was of crack, and started selling it, and sold everything, you know, throughout the years, man. Any drug you could think of other than, you know, fentanyl and heroin, because it wasn't relevant back when I'm, you know, growing up.
Sure.
So but
And
you
what year
know,
was this? What year was this about? What year? 80s or
let's see, 24 years
nine?
ago. So what, 99, 98, 99?
Maybe.
But you know, that was just the first. So from 13 to 19, that's all I did, you know, for 6 years. I had a run, you know, never got set up by nobody, never got caught, never got indicted, nothing, man. Then in '05, I guess, and I'll jump around, man. I don't know how to stay on topic.
It's all
So
right.
if I
No,
go
it's
back
No, that's
fine.
cool.
years,
That's cool.
It's fine.
but so I guess in like '04, '05, '06, down in Florida, you know, the pills were super popular, and they were super easily to get. They're super easy to get, right? So I started making trips down there, and I'm still, you know, maybe a juvenile when I first started. I'm probably still 16, 17 years old, maybe. So I'd rent a minivan, and I would take, you know, 5 or 6 different people, grown people, to these doctors down there, you know, and I would pay for all their MRI, I'd pay for their doctor's visit, and I'd pay to get their prescription filled, and then I would give them a small portion, and we do that every month. You know, so that was real popular. And then I met a guy down there who I was getting powder cocaine from, and at this hotel I was staying at in Jacksonville, and we became really cool. And so I had a good 2 or 3 year run just off of, you know, doing that. Then in 06-ish, yeah, 06, I got jammed up, so I got caught in a traffic stop after I had came back from Florida, and had a bunch of powder and a bunch of pills and a loaded gun, right? So
In your car.
got arrested. Yeah, man. Yeah, so I had a like a compartment, like, so my
A
CD
stash.
player would pull out. Yeah, my CD player would pull out, and so I would put everything behind there. So I got pulled over leaving this hotel in Morristown after I had made it back, and I left the hotel early in the morning, but I had been taking Xanaxes all night, so I'm kind of like, you know, I'm messed up, and so I get pulled over, and they seen a roach, like a weed roach, right, and so they you know, they gave them, you know, calls to search my car. They searched my car for like an hour and didn't find nothing. I'm like, yes.
Wow.
And then the dude comes out like this, and he's got a gun on his finger. And, you know, my heart dropped because I knew I was done, right? So then they found the cocaine and the pills. So they ultimately charged me with felon in possession of a firearm during the commission of a felony, which means I can use the gun to protect the drugs. So I used a lawyer, a state lawyer, you know, in 3 or 4 cases already, and he was the GOAT, man. He was good. So I called him, and I had bonded out. I called Brent, my lawyer, and we went to state court, and the state court nollied it. Okay, so that don't mean they dismiss it. That means they have 364 days to pick it up. So I'm out for like a year-ish, and then he calls me one day, and he's like, hey, I got some bad news. And I'm like, you know, what's up? He's like, I got a federal indictment with your name on it.
Wow.
And I was like, what's that mean? He's like, that means you better get your ass in here. You better get your stuff in order and get your ass in here, and we got to turn you in. And
wow.
So ultimately, that's what I did, man. And I think I was either 19 or had just turned 20. And so from that day, the next time I seen daylight was 2013. You know, I was 27.
So you went in. He went in at like 19.
108 months. 108.
So 108 months. That was your first. You were level 1. That was your first time in the feds.
No, yeah, in the feds, but not in the state, right? So so the feds is 1 through 6 offense level, right?
Correct.
I'm a category 6 because I was on probation, so that boosts your points up. I was under 21, so that boosts your points up, and then my offense level was like 14. And I know everybody on here don't know what the fed system, so like. You got a category level across the top, and then you got an offense level, and then it lines up. Everybody,
but
you know.
Now, do those levels go by the amount of drugs also, or no? Or is that just money?
No. The drug. Now the levels, it's purely your criminal history, right? That's all the level is. Now the offense level, I think it can maybe be measured by the amount, but I think I was like an offense level 14, 16 or something, 14 or 16.
Right.
So then it comes down, you know, from the 6, and it just lines up. It's like a graph. It's like a times table or something, man. So 108.
Yeah,
months,
that was the new law. So the new law put you there, and then also like if you had money laundering or something, no matter how much money you had, you got more time depending on how much money, and even with the drugs, and even in those times. I think a kilo in like 2000 was automatically 5 years. And
that's what a gun.
Then all of a sudden, a gun's worse.
Yeah.
So
now it's so they broke it down. It's like 60 months for the gun, and then 48 months, 48 months for the drugs with it. So it came down to, so I signed for 96 to 120 months. Yeah, I signed for 96 to 120. So the judge went right in the middle and gave me 108, right? And then
So this is from everything that you got caught with in the car.
It wasn't a lot, man. I'm not gonna sit on here and act like I was like some kingpin. It was like 4 ounces, 300 pills, and a loaded 9mm. And I'll tell you what, it was a high point. Like it wasn't even no
gun. That's a junk.
it wasn't even no good gun, bro. But the fact that it was loaded and I had drugs with it, so the thing about the feds is different, man. It's like one of the scariest moments of my life. So if you go to say you get a traffic ticket, and say I live in Wilson County, you go, it's like, the county of Wilson versus Justin Rourke, right? And then if you catch a state charge, it's the state of Tennessee versus Justin, But when you catch a federal charge, it's the United States of America versus you.
Versus Justin.
So it's some serious shit right here, right? We're not in Kansas no more. This is, and as soon as you get sentenced, you can kind of tell exactly the day you're getting out. Like you calculate up.
It's 85%.
And there ain't no good time. There's no 2-for-1. Like it's 85%. So you can kind of tell exactly when you're going to the halfway house, because you got to go to a halfway house.
Yeah, I think it's 85%, but I think you get out like 6 months before that for halfway, right?
Yes, sir. That's exactly right. Yeah. So
you see, Mikey, how much time you did? Because like you,
he knows too much.
Yeah, he knows too much. You hear him?
Hey, he knows too much.
Mikey's the boss of bosses. You hear him?
Yeah, I see.
No comment.
He knows everything. So when I got sentenced out of the Eastern District, which is like Greenville, which is like 3.5 hours from where I'm at now. So I'm in the Nashville area. So I was supposed to go to the Knoxville halfway house, but they were full. Okay, so I couldn't get in there. So they brought me to Nashville. Never been to Nashville like that I remember in my life. Didn't know a single soul. Had $0. Nothing. I mean, nothing, man. This was March. I mean, you can go to Federal Inmate Locator and see what day I got out. March something, 2013. So I came here, absolutely hated it because, my dad was, 4 hours away, and I got a job, man, at this record press. So they made vinyl records, right? Mm-hmm. And I'm making like, $10 an hour, and I thought I'm the shit. I'm like, yeah, and I'm working like 100 hours a week. So, I'm working 100 hours a week, and I'm bringing home like $1,200. And I'm like, hell yeah, I like this. I want to stay here forever. Then I met my wife. I work third shift. And so my wife started working there. And my wife now. And so she was kind of starting over also. I didn't have a driver's license. I didn't have a car. I had an apartment and didn't have a single pot or pan. Didn't have any forks or plates or cups, man. I would cook. So when I would cook, I would wrap shit up in aluminum foil and stick it in the oven. And, I was living crazy. Like, it was wild, man. But I was free. So I started.
But one second, Justin. I want to ask, what did your father think when you got in trouble?
My dad taught me this. Like, if you're going to mess with the streets, you get caught, you're going to pay that price, right? Never snitch on nobody. So that's another thing that I could have probably got away, man, realistically with probably 2-3 years, right? Had I given up one of my pill guys and one of my coke guys, like they call it a 5K1. So once you
Downward
tell,
departure.
yeah, downward departure, 100%. So once you tell and or you debrief on these people, you get a point reduction. And I never did it, man. And I didn't really know these dudes from nobody, but it wouldn't have been nothing for me to give them up. But my dad kind of always told me, man, if you're going to do this, you're going to pay the price for it one day. There's no such thing as a successful drug dealer, right? And I thought I was, Billy Badass, and but like I said, I never got set up. It was all me that affected me. I can't blame nobody else for my trouble. Nobody called in on me, and I just never been one to tell on nobody, man. Like not in school, not in nowhere.
That's the code of the streets, baby.
Yeah, I mean, and and I'm not to say it, but I'm telling you what, man, there's very, very few people that when you're facing, a decade, it's they few and far between, man. And I've seen some of the biggest, toughest dudes, get to the yard and their paperwork is messed up, and they get put off the yard. So I started out at a USP, which is
Where'd you start? Which penitentiary?
Canaan in Pennsylvania. So, I started out there, and probably I guess I was 20 when I finally got to prison, and
change it. How long did you stay there before they moved you?
I stayed there for like three and some change, and my points dropped. Okay, because I had gotten older. A series of factors, factored into it. So, but as soon as you get to this yard at the USP, it don't matter who you are. You got people. Where's your paperwork? And they turn to the last page and it says there are mitigating factors or there are not any mitigating factors. And my paper said there are not no mitigating factors. And it's a lot different in federal prison. It's not like black or white. It's if you from Tennessee, you with the Tennessee dudes, or if you from Georgia or Florida, or I was actually in prison in Florida, so I got stepped down. Like once my points dropped, I was eligible to go to an FCI, which is a medium, and do the drug program. It's a 300-hour residential drug program. Even though, like usually, if you do the drug program, you get a year off. But I had a gun in my case, so I didn't get the year off. But I still wanted to go to get out of this damn, the pen. Yeah. So I got my points dropped, and there's a prison, man. It's like the worst place I've ever been, but the best place. Like it's full of it. About 90% of the people there are snitches, gang dropouts, or child molesters. Right? It's in Florida, and so when I got there, they put me in the cell. My first day there, I got put in a cell with these two Spanish dudes, right? And so I go in and I block my paperwork out, on the spot. And they're like, "Oh no, we don't do that here." And I'm like, "Nah, you fixing to see, because you ain't gonna be looking at me all funny. Hell no, here, look at my shit." So, I did that, man, and went down there for like 3 and some change, and did the RDAP down there, and got released from there. And then it goes into what I just told y'all about coming to Nashville, and but now I'll tell you what, the USP Canaan, man, I walked in there at like 20, and I thought I can handle myself. And but man, I'll tell you, the first probably 10 days I was there, I seen a guard get stabbed. I seen a dude get stabbed on the basketball court. When you leave your cell, this is the difference between a USP and a FCI. When you leave your cell in a USP to go to the shower, you got your boots on, right? You don't have shower shoes on. You got your shower shoes in your hand, and you got a knife on you. So you walk to the shower, you get in the shower, take your boots off, put your shower shoes on, take a shower, put your boots back on, and then walk back to your cell. Like you're never ever out of your cell without boots on or a knife. I mean, on Christmas, on Thanksgiving, 365 days a year for 1,000 days. That's how, or 1,000 days. That's how I live. And then when you go down to the FCI, though, you could walk out on the track with your shower shoes on. It's a culture shock, man. It was so much different, between the two prisons.
Because there's a lot of guys that are close to going home, so nobody's gonna fuck with each other.
Yep. And a lot of, like I said, a lot of them, it's called FCI Mariana. It's in Mariana, Florida. It's like, I would say 60% child molesters, 20% snitches and gang dropouts, and then 10-20% of like just legit dudes that are there, kind of like what I was there for, But
if you got snitches and you got pedophiles and all these other, they're probably making it easy and nice.
Yeah, and now we still had fences, and there was still some shit pop off every now and then, but it was like it was chill, All I really did was get tattoos, man. Like that was my thing, and I worked in a bakery, so I was supplying about the whole prison with sugar and cinnamon and eggs and stuff like that. And then I played some cards. I like to play poker, but I tell you, the whole time I was gone, man, never got into a fight. Never had nobody try to take nothing from me. Never took nothing from nobody. Never got in debt that I couldn't pay. I very rarely got in debt unless we was playing like credit poker, but I always had shit to pay my debts. But never had any problem, man. Like in the county jail, I got into it a couple times, like waiting to go to prison. But other than that, dude, never had a problem. Never. Like, but I carry myself well, respect people. Hey, you're going to be all right. A lot of people get in there and they get in dead over their head, or, they try to gang bang, or, they try to do all this extra shit, and I'm really just there to do my time and get my ass home. But that's kind of how my whole experience was in there, man. Like it was a bad experience, but it saved my life.
So that was your come to Jesus moment.
That was my come to Jesus moment, man. Because
so Justin, you went in at 19. You went in at 19 and came out at 27 years old?
I think I was 26, 27, man, because I think I caught my charge at like 19, but then, like I said, it got dismissed by the state. So it took a little while for the feds to pick it up. So by the time I got to prison, I was probably 20. And so I'm 37 now. I've been home 10 years and, 6 months. Yeah, so I came home when I was right at 27 years old. I came home in March. I think I turned 27 in May.
And that's crazy that when you come out, I mean, when you initially get arrested and then they let you out and you spend that year on the street and then they called you with that federal indictment, that must have messed with your head big time, bro.
Because I'm like, okay, I got a little money. Back then, 20 grand that's a lot of money. I mean, it still is. Don't get me twisted. But like back then, you're talking about almost 20 years ago, 20 grand was like, that was a lot of money.
Sure.
And so I'm like, okay, I can run, but one thing about it, man, you can't beat the feds, bro. I don't care.
Yeah.
Before the feds come,
Louis, your daughter Melissa said she would have been on the lam.
Dude, before the feds come see you, they already know every single thing about you. Bro.
Everything. Listen, the feds have a 97.7 conviction rate. Like, you ain't beating the feds, man, because they will take years. They'll watch you for 2, 3, 4, 5 years and let you sell drugs. They want to arrest you. But when they get your ass, it's a wrap. Like, you are not, you ain't beating the feds, man. Like, one of my homeboys from Morristown. You know, he went to trial on. I think he get out in like 2062, bro.
Wow.
And he went down the same time as I did. Another dude I know, they call him Shark. He went to trial, got 30-something years. Another dude I know, I just recently looked him up because I'm weird like that. I look people up 20 years ago. You know, like I want to know what you're doing. I want to know if you're doing good or if you're doing bad. So
Nah, for real.
I looked him up, and he went to trial, and his expiration date on federal inmate locator says life. You know, he ain't never coming home. He's my age. You know, so it's a different world, man. But like I said, it can either turn you into something that you already are, or it can turn you into a better version of something you've never been, right? And that's what it did to me. Like I had never been I'm a good dude. Like I've always had a good heart, and I've always tried to help people. But man, I didn't give a shit. Like it was all about me. I mean, you know, and so that's just the reality of it. And
he froze up a little bit.
Right.
Oh, there he goes.
Yeah, we got
froze
you.
up a little bit. We got you back.
Someone call.
Not me, no.
Okay, go ahead.
So going back to the job that I got when I came home, it was at a little place down in Nashville, downtown Nashville. I told you, you know, my wife started working there, and neither one of us had a driver's license or a car, or she was living at home. You know, she was kind of starting over, and we both worked third shift, and she was the new pretty girl, right? And so we start, you know, talking, and we kind of hit it off, obviously. And a few months later, you know, we got caught upstairs, and we both got fired, right? And so during this time, I was smoking weed again, right? So when I went in, it was not this good weed, right? It was like brick. And so I came home, and it's this new shit, and it just got me like, I was like strung out on weed, bro. I couldn't quit, and I swear. So, and I'm on supervised release, so I'm on probation still, and so I'm getting drug tested 2 or 3 times a week. And essentially, once you fail 3 drug tests, you're supposed to go back to prison. No pass and go, no collecting no money. Like you taking your ass to prison. And this is no bullshit. I failed 30 drug tests, man. 30.
Holy shit.
Between August and April. August of 13 and April of 14. Failed 30 drug tests. So I tell my PO, I'm like, look, just give me a year. Let me go and flatten my shit out, and I'll come, you know, I'm good. So she violated me ultimately, and I had a meeting with the head. So when you get violated in the feds, it's different. So I had an attorney, and you go meet this board. So I met the director of the board of probation and parole for the feds. His name was Stephen Shelton. So I told him, I was like, look, man, just let me go back and flatten my time out and come back out clean, flat. And he's like, you know what, man? He's like, you're smart. He's like, if I send you back, I feel like I'll be giving up on you. He's like, you have so much potential that I don't want to give up on you. And I had no clue what he was talking about, right? No clue, bro. And so I went to court, and the judge asked me if I could find a rehab to get into. So I got into a rehab, and in Nashville. I completed it. You know, my then, she was my girlfriend then, which is my wife now. You know, she stuck with me through it or whatever. And came home, and I went in April and stayed till like September of 2014. And I came home and lived with, like, in this, like, I rented a room off of this dude, essentially, was what it was, like $100 a week. And I I got this job, man, at this manufacturing like place. Like we made, if you pull up to an ATM machine, them big metal buildings that it's in, like we made those. So
Okay.
I was there for 2 weeks, and he promoted me to supervisor over this whole shit, right? And ultimately, I worked there for a while, man, and gained like business knowledge, and because I already was a drug dealer. I've already ran a business, right? I've already
Exactly.
ran you know, and I always had my re-up money. I always had, you know, rent money. So I ran a successful business for 6 years, you know, on an 8th grade education.
You weren't using while you were dealing, right?
I've used everything, bro. Yeah, yeah.
Oh, but while you were dealing, you were using too?
Off and on, 100%. Hell yeah.
Okay.
Everything. Whether it be cocaine or weed or drinking or Xanaxes. Yeah, I mean, hell yeah. Yeah. So I learned some more knowledge from the dude that gave me this opportunity. And I kind of watched what he did and how he talked to people and how he treated people. Because every word I used to say was like some form of slang or something. Like I didn't have a great vocabulary. So I started, you know, practicing my vocabulary and changing the way I talk, and kind of mirrored this dude. Even though we were complete opposites and he didn't know it, like I was watching every move that he made. And you know, I got an 8th grade education, bro. Like, you know, I went to the 8th grade and that's it. So that year in 2014, I started my first business, which was a cleaning business, because I knew how to strip and wax floors from prison. And that shit took off, bro. Before you know, a calendar year was up, you know, I'm servicing 8 T-Mobiles, every T-Mobile in my region. Two big stores in the mall, the Lego store in the mall, every
That's good.
Yeah, so I'm servicing all these stores, and but I was poor at managing money. So, you know, I'm making $20,000-$30,000 a month, but I'm not investing, and I'm just blowing through this shit. And so I did that I had my business.
Now, was it only you doing it, or you had people working for you?
No, so I had 2 retail. Y'all know what H&M is?
Yes.
Yeah,
The retail store.
So the H&M at Opry Mills Mall, and then they opened up another one at Cool Springs Mall. So I had both of them, and I had 2 employees there at each store 7 days a week. So
was there no competition? Was there no competition in that? It's just, what made you think to do that? Just because you knew it?
Yeah, I mean, because I knew that I couldn't work for someone else forever and get ahead. Like I wanted to be ahead, you know. And you know, I called my dad. I remember calling my dad. I was like, "Hey, I'm gonna start a cleaning business, bro, but I need a name." And he's like, "All right, I'll call you back." So 20 minutes later, he calls me back. He's like, "Wall to wall janitorial, that's you." And so next day, I went and got my business license. Good. And I probably had $1,000 to my name, man. And so I go by, I get on, I don't know if it was Marketplace or Craigslist, whatever it was, and I get a cheap little scrubber, you know, to scrub the wax up with, you know, like a rotary machine. And I got that, and cheap buckets and shit from the Dollar General. And my first contract, believe it or not, man, I've been out of prison a year. My first contract was a bank. And, you know, they give me, so I got the keys to this bank, and I'm going in there after everybody's gone, cleaning this place. And, you know, ultimately I ended up getting 8 banks. They were capital banks. So I ended up getting 8 of those, and it was just like cleaning, sweeping, mopping, vacuum, and all that shit. And they pay like shit. So then I got in with somebody somehow, man, reached out to me, or I reached out to somebody from the H&M, and I got that contract. And so that was like bigger money. And then, you know, they opened up the other one. Then I had the Lego store, but I had a bunch of shit. so then I did that from 14 to 17, and all this time my wife, we got married in 14, but she was the general manager at a restaurant, a Mexican grill called Salsaritas, and she was the general manager there. So the owner of that, he had been there like 12 years, and he was from India. And finally, he was like, man, I'm tired of this. I got other stuff I want to do. If y'all give me this much money per month, you can have it. Run it how you want to run it. So at the end of 16 or beginning of 17 or whatever, I took over as the catering manager at our restaurant. And when I took over, the catering sales were like $5,000 a month. And I boosted that shit up to $50,000 a month. And
Wow.
It had never been $1 million store. He had owned this place for 12 years. It had never did $1 million a year. So our first year we did 1.2, and it's me and my wife as a team. And so I think my wife's always seen the best in me, right? Because I'm a good husband, right? I ain't got no problem saying it. I don't cheat. I don't beat. I don't flirt. I don't lie. Like, we've been together 10 years. She's never caught me in a lie, bro. I'm like, look, I hurt your feelings before I lie to you. So
Wait. Time out. Wait. You said she never caught you in a lie, or you never lied?
Listen, I said she's never caught me in a lie. Okay.
She's watching, Mikey.
No, I swear. Listen, like, wholeheartedly, bro. I'm old school. I'm 37, but like, bro, I'm old school. I will hurt your feelings before I sit here and feed you a bunch of bullshit, right? And that's what I expect done to me, right? Tell me the truth so we can go ahead and get past this shit. But
that's what I say. I say it all the time. You may not like what you're going to hear, but it's going to be the truth.
Exactly. Yes, man. And I know a lot of people that watch my stream or they see me on TikTok or Instagram. They don't really know like me, man. Like, I'm not out here. We don't do these videos to flex. Like, it's not I'm almost 40, bro. Like, I don't give a shit. I
want to get into that too, Justin, with you. So fast forward a little bit. So you get into with Keevado, right? But and then you guys are like, we see the TikTok videos, Instagram, and I mean, we spoke about this too with people thinking that these buyouts are fake. So these $200,000 buyouts, like, we've been there. We know the deal.
Look, my right hand to God, man. Every buyout is 100% legit. Nothing is staged. We don't do any rehearsals. We don't nothing. Like, every pair of shoes that we bought. I mean, we sold 12,000 pair on Whatnot. You gotta go look at our eBay store.
And we've been there. I've been there in these cash outs, and they're 100% legit. So for people to say that they're not legit,
you know what? But listen, man. People can see you walk on water and say it's because you can't swim, right? I mean, that's all there is to it. Like, when Jesus Christ was on this earth, people hated Jesus Christ. They badmouthed Jesus Christ. They killed Jesus Christ. People were betraying Jesus Christ. What? I'm just a normal dude. Like, what do I think some people are going to think? I mean, I get it. I get it, man.
Social media is brutal, bro. Brutal.
It's brutal. But you know what? It's actually
look at that.
It's boosted us though. Like, aside from all the hate, man, listen, there's not many people that can do we started all this fresh, bro, in February. Like, it's 10 months. And we've done, 100 million views. We've got almost 50,000 subs on YouTube.
Yeah. It's a lot though, because a lot of it's like a higher
Me and this guy still do business. We're friends on Facebook now.
Let me turn down the sound there. Yeah, we get a little bit of feedback.
Next time you want to run some videos, just tell
Yeah, so
Ethan, he'll put them up.
we're still friends. I met him that day, and his name is Ian, and we have done continued business, over the past whatever. I think that was in Vegas, so that was roughly 6 months ago that we bought that from him. 110 grand, and he started out at I think it was at 180 or 200. And ultimately I got it for 110,000. Jack,
Justin, you think these guys lose money? Some of these guys?
Well, you know what? I would imagine some of them do. Yes. But you know what? It's like at the end of the day, money talks, bullshit walks. Okay, on any platform you're on,
yes,
a
sir.
lot of people will never see $100,000 in cash. That's what probably 1% of the population will ever see like a hard, cold $100,000 in cash. So it's
yeah, because I watch some of these things and I say, man, that guy just lost money because.
Well, he definitely lost that deal. Like he definitely lost because
even the smaller ones,
Yeah.
I see some guys that are just so excited to see you, they just want to lose money, to deal with you. It's funny. I mean, it's terrible. It's like going to Vegas, but I know guys that play poker with pros and just handing their money over just to say they played.
They don't mind losing to Phil Ivey. Yeah, they don't mind losing to Phil Ivey. But and I guess it's the social media thing that does it too. But I need everybody to know, like, bro, I'm not loaded. Like, I got 7 kids. I drive a 2011 Ford F-150, right? I'm like, I literally just closed on I closed on a house, my first house ever, Friday. Like, I'm about to
congratulations.
Yeah, thank you.
Congratulations.
So I've worked my ass off, bro, to buy my family a house, right? So a lot of people they let what they see on social media trick them into thinking somebody is bigger or larger than life. Now, I'm grateful for the social media and our camera guy, Christian, when we met, like, I think the first day we met, he said, this is him. This is who we model everything after. He's going to be the face of it.
And you became the face.
And so we did a buyout and we did a cash out in Chicago, and it went viral. It was a $79,000 cash out, and it went viral. And just after that, boom, 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 boom. And like I said, we started a YouTube like 6 months ago, man, and it's right at 50,000 subs, which is next to damn near impossible to do.
Wow.
Just sometimes, right? Sometimes viral, sometimes not viral good, as Miami proves out.
Oh yeah.
Oh yeah. I wanted to get to that too. So Justin, tell us a little. Yeah, man, tell us about Miami. We were there.
It's really it's a learning experience, right? So Miami got so 2-day event. It's myself and Joey and Christian, maybe. Did Christian go? Yeah, maybe Christian. Christian was there. And I brought security with me, and there's a couple of our other guys. So we went to day one, which is on a Saturday, and I think we took like 300 grand with us, right? And so day one, we buy heavy. We buy like $220,000 worth of stuff. And that night we go out to eat. Sauceman took us out. I think we went to Poppy Steak, And first night we went to Marion's, like both exquisite places. But Sauceman took us out to Poppy State, got us reservations in there because it's almost impossible to get in. So we did that. I went back to the Airbnb. So the next morning we woke up, and I woke up. I don't know if the other ones went to sleep or not, but I woke up and we went back to the show again. Had like, I don't know, 70 grand left. So we stayed for like 3 or 4 hours and, bought, I don't know how many pair of shoes it was, say 100 pair of shoes, right? Some Red Octobers, a bunch of Travises, just some random stuff. So we load everything up and we leave, and we go back to the Airbnb for like 10 minutes. We're trying to figure out where we want to eat at. So there was this place around the corner, I think it was like Blue Plate Cafe or something, and it sounded good. So we go, and we didn't unload the shoes though. So we go over there, we park, and so we park, it's like the side of the building, and we park straight, and then you walk around the building and turn, and we ate right there outside, right? So we ate like so much shit, and so we leave, we go back to the Airbnb, and Chris, Future Kicks, him and my security, they were driving the van back to Tennessee, and we were flying back. So I think Joey goes out there, and he's like, hey, did we unload those shoes from earlier? And I was like, no. He's like, they're not in here. And, Joey jokes. Joey's a jokester. I'm like, bro, stop bullshitting, bro. I was like, let's get this shit loaded up. He's like, bro, they're not in here. So I go and look, in the window, and then I'm looking again. I'm like, maybe they back. And so the shit was gone. So we start looking, and the driver's side door, the lock had been like popped. So what they did, they probably parked right there beside of us, and they popped that door, and they slid the sliding door and unloaded everything out the sliding door, because when we opened the back doors, we still had we bought a bunch of like skateboard decks, and a couple pair of Travises were back there, right? So they never even opened the back door. So we called we had to call the cops, and waited there forever, and they came and did a report, which nothing's ever going to happen, right?
Right.
Yeah, so pretty much, it was a $100,000 L, no matter how you look at it,
So there's no insurance or nothing that covers that.
I don't know if it ever worked out, but where we rented the van with Amex, there was talk of them maybe helping, but I don't think it ever materialized.
No, but if you don't buy the stuff with American Express, you don't get covered.
So
yeah, that's true.
It was a big L, man. But
Hey, Justin, a lot of people are asking, and you can finish this then. They want to know how you got involved with Keevado in the first place.
I got involved. So I'm in my store right now. Joey was buying shoes off of me at my store, and he just happened to stop by there one day on the heading home from an auction, a car auction, and he seen me and he stopped by, and he would come in there and he'd like, what do you got in the 10.5? And I'd be like, this. He'd be like, all right, I'll take it off. And I was like, what the hell? What? So he's spending, $3,000, $4,000, $5,000, $6,000, and he coming in, once a week. And I'm like, what the hell does this dude do? Right? I'm like, he
and Justice say, keep the 10.5s loaded, because this guy Joe's coming around.
I'm like, yo,
again.
sell me 10.5, everybody.
Yep.
So finally we started talking about what he did, and I'm not going to go into his personal, it's not like he owns a trucking company, okay, and other shit, but that's, I'm not going to really touch too much on anybody else's personal life except mine, but
that's fine.
Good dude, right? Good, solid dude. Joey is one of the best dudes I've met, man. So I was going to a show last November in Memphis, and he's like, man, you mind if I go with you? He's like, I'll buy us a table just to have seats. And I was like, no. So by this time, I had already did like 2 or 3 Whatnot streams, right, on my own.
Oh,
So
okay.
we went
What
to
was
the
your
show.
Whatnot name?
I'm still on there, Sneaker City 615.
Okay.
Yeah. So we went to the show together, and for some reason, bro, we ended up buying this dude's table for $15,000, and didn't really know, he was going to stream them on Whatnot. And so from that one show, we went to a few more, and they were streaming. Like they had already seen, like, once I introduced Whatnot to them, they had already started Keevado, like, for the electronics. And so then I think like Juan was streaming some shoes, and it was going pretty good with it started Keevado kicks. And so me and Joey went to a few more shows, and I was buying for them, and they seen, I know what I'm doing. Like, this is where I shine at. Like, I'm good with people. I've been negotiating my whole life. Like, I'm good with this shit. So, I think we went to 4 or 5 shows, and then finally I was like, look, I love you, man, but I don't work for free, right? I need to be put on the thing. And so contrary to what everybody believes, like, I don't own Keevado Kicks. Nobody does. Like, we all, like, it's all of us, right? Like, no, it's not owned. It's like I don't know, man. It's just all of us.
All of y'all together.
It is. And Christian is a great one of the greatest cameramen and social media marketing guys I've ever met in my life. Joey is one of the best dudes I've ever met in my life. Juan and all of them. And like I said, I brought Taylor over. My daughter, I don't know if you watch any of our other streams, but my daughter streams for Keevado also. My 21-year-old.
Oh, really? I didn't know that.
Yeah, Bailey's my kid.
Okay.
So, it's been really, really good, man. I don't know, man, how else to explain it. Like, it's like it was meant to be, right?
Sure thing.
Like, it really was. And during all this time, like, I didn't touch on this earlier, but I said I would. Like, so, and this is like totally off of subject, but I want to get this in there, like, so people who are watching, like, really know. I know on stream, I'll be joking, I'll get on your ass and all that, but I want everybody to know, man, like, not brag, but I'm a good ass dude, right? I'm not no piece of shit. Like, I'm a really good dude. My wife and I told you this morning, Lewis. My wife and I have adopted 3 kids, on top of the 4 that we have, so
amazing.
2 of my sisters, one of them died at 2019, and we took her 13-year-old, and she's 17 now, doing great. She has over $12,000 saved up because I don't
That's
let her
amazing.
cash checks. I bought her her car for her 16th birthday. She's never cashed a paycheck. I'm trying to set her up for success, man. So she's got like 12 grand saved in the bank.
Amazing.
Another one of my sisters, she actually just died in January, but we have one of her kids that we've had since she was 10, and she's 17 now. The same thing. I bought her a car. She got a nice ass Honda paid for out of my pocket. I buy all their clothes, all their shoes, all their food. I don't let them touch any of the money they make at work. So she's got like 7 grand saved up. Then
your sisters must be proud, brother.
So then the one that we've had for 10 years, my youngest sister, she got pregnant again in 2019 and had a baby in 2020 in May. And, I thought she was doing good. I'd helped her get into the rehab. I thought she was doing good. But ultimately, when the baby was born, she tested positive. And so that they called us, and they was like, hey, can you take this baby? I said, hell no. I said, I am not taking no baby. I was like, you know, my youngest was 5. I was like, you know, my youngest is 5. I can't do another baby. And they said, well, you know, think about it and let us know, because if not, she's going to have to go into, you know, foster care or whatever. And it's like, you know, you already got her sister and you're doing good. Y'all are doing good with her sister. So that night I got in the shower and I prayed and I prayed and I said, you know, God, use me however you want to use me. Any way, shape, form, or fashion, use me. So the next morning, as soon as I opened my eyes, man, I looked at my wife. I said, we're getting a baby. And so we agreed to take her for 30 days. And I got my sister in another program. And that 30 days has turned, she'll be 4 in May.
Wow.
You know, so
amazing.
And we got them all colors, all shapes and sizes. We got them black and white. We got them my Mexican and white. And we got super duper white, you know, like we got them all, man, in our house. And
you want to adopt a Puerto Rican in its
yeah. But it's a blessing, man, because I'm the one that's least likely in my whole family, man, to make anything of myself. And especially to, like, when we took the baby, my wife was at another court appointment for her other kid, like one of my sister's other kids. So I went alone, bro. 10 felonies, bald-headed, 280-pound tattooed man went to court alone for this baby. And the judge looked at me and he said, are you sure you can do this? Are you sure you want this baby? I said, yes, sir. And he said, you're going to take care of her? I said, yes, sir. And he said, I could tell. He said, you're a good man. And he signed the paper. And we've had her since. We don't get any government assistance. We don't get any food stamps. I pay $235 a week for daycare. Like, that's why I bust my ass. Like, I just want people to know, like, I'm a real dude. Like, I have a real family. You know, I'm not out here trying to impress nobody. Like, I want to make sure everybody knows that about me. So when you're buying something off of me, you're taking care, like, you're helping me, man. It's not like I'm out here getting rich. Like, I had to finance a house just like everybody else, right? I'm not out here just balling and all that shit. I think everybody needs to know the difference between.
That's right. Mook said that's hustle daddy. Mook says that's hustle daddy.
Yeah, that's me too. Yeah. And I got a clothing line. So I've done that, and these have done really well. I've sold a few thousand shirts, man. You know, it's trademarked, it's licensed, it's everything. I have a fireworks store, so I sell fireworks during June and July. You know, I just sold my sneaker store out. Like I really work, man. And it's a blessing to be able to do so. Like I said earlier, you know, with an 8th grade education, and years of being in the street, I want, if anybody's watching this shit that thinks that they can't do something, bro, I will kick your ass, because if I can do anything in life, I assure you, your situation is not irreparable. Like, you can get out of the situation you're in. I mean, bro, I'm covered in tattoos, 10 felonies, 8th grade education, in prison and juveniles my whole entire life. It's all about how you treat people. Listen, relationships will get you everywhere in the world, man. Meeting the right person can change your whole life, even if it's a little old country ass backwood dude in Tennessee that's buying shoes from you, right? It can change your whole life. That's why you got to be good to everybody you come across, because you don't know. It's beyond the sale, man. Because I could have been an asshole to Joey, and none of this shit's ever possible, right? But
we've seen him in jet planes. He's been on jet planes and all these private planes, Justin. So he has met the right people, man. All the right people.
I ain't gonna say his name, but
I know. But
Yeah, he's
listen,
on here, and he showed
all
us
of
nothing
this.
but love. Um,
Hmm.
like he's let his kid come and stream with me on Whatnot, bro.
Wow.
We literally just talked yesterday and the day before. Like,
Hmm.
solid dude. You would never know his financial status, like being around him.
Hmm.
Like just a good, down to earth dude, and like his kid is going to be something special. His 13-year-old, like he's going to be something special because he already has it. Um,
So
but
Justin,
man,
through everything that you have been through, like the jail time and all the sacrifices that you have made, now is the time. Do you think God is placing all of these people in your path?
yeah, bro. Listen, I've been out 10 years. I tell everybody this: it takes 10 years to become an overnight success, right?
Hmm.
Everybody thinks I'm just popping up out of nowhere, but I'm
You've been
not. Like,
grinding.
I put my 10 years in, bro. Like,
Yep.
I put my 10 years in. Like, it's that's all I can, like, that's all I can say about it. And yeah, like, it definitely, God gives me the tools, and he puts the right people in my life, but it's up to me how I treat them people. God gives us free will, right? That's one
That's
thing
right.
God don't do. He don't make our decisions for us. And
Hmm.
if God did everything for us, there wouldn't be no need for a hell. Everybody would be going to heaven, right? Because there's no sin. But see, that's one thing about God. He's gonna give us that free will because He wants to know that we're doing the right thing, and He
Sure
wants us to
thing.
prove that we're doing the right thing. And I don't care if you're religious or you're not religious. Um, that's totally your decision to make. But I know the truth, and I know that he's going to give us the same way that my sister overdosed back in January after leaving a rehab that she had been in for 7 months. She left at 7:58. She was overdosed by 9:30. You know what I'm saying?
Wow.
She had been clean for 6 or 7 months, but as soon as she left from there, despite having 2 kids at my house and me doing everything I could do to help her, my wife doing everything she could do to help her, she went and got high as soon as she left there, bro. That's free will,
Wow.
right? God could have
Hmm.
stepped in and said, everybody's like, well, why didn't God help her? Because she didn't help herself. You know what I'm saying?
Sure.
Like, you got to help you
Yep.
before anybody else is going to help you.
For
Like,
sure.
that's
You know,
that's
the,
as
the
real as
thing
it
is
gets,
here,
bro.
people they'll see a car, they'll see jewelry, they'll see a business, they'll see, and like me and Louis talk about it all the time. Louis sometimes texts me at 4 a.m. and I text him right back because I'm up and I'm ready to
Yeah.
go work. So people can see all of that stuff, but they don't see we're up 4 in the morning, coming home 8, 9 o'clock at night, hustling
Yeah.
our shit, running our businesses and all that stuff.
Yeah. All
And
the hours that you put in, people don't see that. They
and
just
all
see
yeah.
they just see what
I
you
went
own and
now.
go off with that.
Like, look, I'm 57. I'm in my family business since I'm 12. Okay, we're in the
Yeah.
wholesale meat business. So I was up 4:30 this morning. I had a meeting in Pennsylvania at 10:30, and then I had a meeting in Connecticut at 1, and then I drove back here to do this. So I do what I got to do. So I mean, it don't
But
come from
people
nothing.
they say, what's the best part? What's the best part about being an entrepreneur? I tell them, you get to choose which 4 hours you sleep a day, right? That's that's it. You get to choose which four
Four
hours you sleep.
hours, 4 hours.
Yeah,
That's luxury.
Mikey don't sleep. Mikey sleeps in the car when we drive around.
yeah,
Mikey.
and I had like at, at the beginning of this year, like I had the Hellcat, right? I traded my Hellcat for freaking shoes, bro. For shoes, right? I don't need none of that shit. Like I got it. I got a speeding ticket first week I had it. I was like, this shit gone. It's gone. So like, I'm not with like. I mean, I got a nice ass Harley back here in my garage, right? I do got a nice Harley, but
Mhm.
other than that, like I said, I've got a 2011 F-150, but it's paid for, right? I don't owe shit on it. I don't owe nothing on my Harley. Like, if I can't afford it, then, because like I told you, going back to my first business, I was trying to live above my means, right? And a lot of people
Sure.
get caught up. They try to buy stupid shit to impress people that don't care about them. They don't care. I would rather have this financial stability for my family and all my kids, and know that out of any car, any piece of jewelry, anything. Like, you know, that's my main thing now, man, is invest in what I do get smartly, and taking care of my wife and my kids. You know, but just like buying a house, like I could have bought a house a few years ago, but I wanted to make sure I was in a position that when I did, like, if everything went to hell, I know I'm took care of for a few years. You know, like that's kind of where I've angled myself at in life, man. Because I didn't want to do it just out of wanting to have a house. I wanted to make sure I could afford that shit.
Sure.
When we got it, and
Hey,
you know,
Justin, why don't you tell everybody about what you're going to do for Black Friday, so we could talk about that before we wrap it up.
All right, man. Black Friday, Keevado Kicks. We are doing a 24-hour stream. Yes, 24 hours. We're going to start it Thursday at midnight, I guess, the 24th at midnight, and we're going to stream all night and all day. We're going to I'm not trying to throw shade on anybody. I love a lot of the streamers, but we're going to try to make it the biggest stream Whatnot has ever seen. We got upward of $1 million in inventory right now. We're going to try to run $500,000 worth. We have door busters that are going to be loaded up in increments. So, like, you know, when we first start streaming, we're going to do like some $50 Air Force Ones, all white, $80 Supreme Air Force Ones, Yeezy slides. I think we got 10 or 20 pair of Yeezy slides that we're going to do at $50. We're going to do giveaways. We have clothing, you know, essentials, Hellstar, Gallery. We have tons of shoes. We have tons of accessories. Like, we're really trying to make this something special, man, and give back at the same time.
And
so
chat, you heard the guy. You heard the guy. He's not rich, chat. Don't go rob him. Help him out.
Yeah, don't go rob him. And if y'all want to go and follow us and bookmark us, man, that would mean the absolute world to me.
Yes.
Hell yeah,
Someone
guys! Make sure you, make sure you're following and bookmarking all of Keevado Kick shows.
Yeah, someone put Keevado Kicks in the chat, and everybody go there and let him go bookmark that show.
Yeah, spam Keevado Kicks in the chat, guys. Spam Keevado Kicks in the chat. Make sure you are there on Black Friday. Any streams this week?
Yeah, man, I'll be live Friday, 5 p.m. Central Standard Time, baby.
Like
I'm not
always.
going to do a bunch, maybe 100, 150 pair. But we're going to do some this Friday. But man, next week, and I'm gonna tell you what, a lot of people, I don't know if everybody knows, but we got 6 channels on Whatnot, right? So we got Keevado Kicks, we got Keevado Threads, we got Keevado Couture, we got Keevado
shoes,
Keevado Shoes, and we just started another one, Keevado something. I don't know. Like, we got a bunch of, so we got electronics, man. We got Apple AirPods and iPads and MacBooks, and so they're doing a Black Friday 24 hours. I think they're doing 18 hours. So they're doing a stream also. My daughter streams on there. Taylor is like my son. He streams on there. So y'all can go show them some love. But I'm telling you, if you're in the market from any shoe, we're doing I got autographed Michael Jordan 3s, Upper Deck certificate. We're going to be starting those at $1. I might get frisky and start some damn yellow lobsters at $1. Like, we have everything under the sun, London's, Tokyo's, Fragment Ones. Like, we have all the exclusive shit, but we also have stuff for people like me. You know, I got $200 shoes, $100 shoes for people
Justin wears Air Max. He don't wear the hype stuff. He wears
I don't
wears
even
Air
got
Max.
Yeezy slides on. I got Nike slides on. Like,
Oh, look at that.
like, I'm pretty simple. I'm always wearing my brand. 99% of the time you see me, I'm gonna have something Hustle Daddy on because that's my brand and I want to promote it.
Mm-hmm.
And I make some of the best shirts in the freaking world, man. They're comfortable. They last. I don't use these, $2 shirts. Like my shit I go the extra mile for my product.
Where can they buy that? Where can they buy it?
Right now, shit, nowhere. I only do limited drops, man. I do drops of 500.
And you sell those on Keevado Kicks or on
we do
Facebook?
sell some on Keevado Kicks. So Keevado buys 100 shirts from me every time I do a drop. But I'm about to do some hoodies. It's in the design process right now. So once my design guy gets done and I proof it, then we're gonna go into production for a couple of hoodies for the cold season. But we will be running a few Hustle Daddy shirts, maybe this Friday or on Black Friday. But I think I've sold. I'm a year and a half old. Did about 5,000 t-shirts, some hoodies, some hats. So it's really taken off, and I could not be more grateful, man. I kind of made this after myself and after my dad as well. So any support on that is great. And if anybody, I do a lot on Facebook, man. So if you're not friends with me on Facebook, I'm Justin Rourke on Facebook. Feel free to send me a friend request if you're not creepy.
Spell your last name.
Roark. But yeah.
And where do you do the drops, and when can they find out about the drops?
A lot of the drops on Facebook.
Keevado Kicks is. He said, "I'm not your friend." Is that Joey? Joey's in the building.
Hey, I told him Joey is. I'm telling y'all don't know. He's really one of the best dudes.
I know Joey just from Whatnot because I seen him go and spend money and rerun shit and give shit back. I've seen it all the time. So I know where he. I know.
I wouldn't surround myself with people if you know what I'm saying. Like I wouldn't make my name synonymous with that, but he really is. We've been together like it's a year now, and we've never bumped heads. Like he listens to what I ask. If he got an issue, we come to
You guys are a good fit. Definitely a good fit.
We're like damn peanut butter and jelly, baby.
You can see.
All I know is when Justin's not there and Joey has to go on stream, it's about a 20-minute stream. He's ready to run.
Scared to death. Hey. But
he hates it. He
told me I was putting a battery on my daughter's car earlier, right? And first my wife had told me, I was like, hey, I'm gonna go buy a battery and change Mia's battery out. And she was like, do you know how to do that? And I was like, what? And she's like, well, you're not really mechanical. I was like, girl, it's a battery. So then Joey calls me and I tell him what I'm doing. And he's like, do you need help? And I was like, bro, is this what y'all think of me? Like, y'all think I can't do shit when it comes to, all I can do is buy and sell, right? I mean, come on, bro. But yeah, had me in my feelings. Then I sent Joey, my hands were dirty. I sent Joey a picture of it. He said, oh, you just rubbing them in the dirt, huh? I said, boy, kiss my ass. Yeah.
Nah, that's great, man.
But man,
any questions from the chat to Justin?
Yeah, fire them off, bro.
I say a great story. Talk about the veneers. Fuck you, Mikey Vicente.
Yo, clip him. Yeah.
I got the plug on veneers too.
They say, how much can you bench press, Justin?
405 on a good day.
405. You see, Brandon, you hear that? Brandon, if you're there.
Yeah, no spot.
No spot.
Brandon
right
says
now,
that's
probably like
easy
365 because I'm off my medicine. But when I'm on my medicine, it's the 405.
Well, we got so many. So, Jay Durbin, with so many businesses, how do you have time to source for them?
Because, okay, my fireworks business is seasonal, right? I'll break it down to you. My fireworks business pays my bills for the whole year. Okay, my bills are paid. If y'all are not into fireworks, you are missing out. Okay.
Where is it? In Tennessee? In Tennessee?
Yeah, it's called Poppy's Discount Fireworks. Best prices in the entire world.
And you have no problem with a felony conviction having to sell it?
No, huh? No, man. Listen, I'm so loved here in my town. I've never had an issue. You know, I'm a member of the Rotary Club. You know,
so am I. I'm a member of the Rotary Club in Celebration, Florida.
Yep, I just spoke at my Rotary Club a month and a half ago to people that are nothing like me, but they embrace me so freaking much, dude. But
unfortunately, fireworks aren't legal up here, so I can't sell them in New York. Are they legal where you are, Louis?
They're legal. Fireworks are legal here.
Yeah. Well, let's go in the firework business.
Oh hell yeah! Fireworks is money.
Listen,
There's a few streamers that do.
And
what I big money, right?
I undercut everybody. So all the fireworks tents here, they absolutely despise me. And see, I have another building across town, so I'm the only building. So I have air conditioning. You know, I sell out of a building. So
what's everybody do? Everybody else does a tent.
Everybody else has a hot ass tent. Yeah.
Yeah. And you undercut everybody.
You would not find them cheaper in Tennessee.
You see, Louis. If he started undercutting and I'm in the firework business, I'd send some fireworks in that building and that fireworks building.
But I'm telling you, I did, and I guess that's kind of why I sold my store last week, was because my schedule is pretty much open. Like I had a guy working my store for me, right? So I never really had to come in here, and we do a show on the weekend, you know. So really, Monday through Thursday, I'm do whatever I want to do for the most part. And then, you know, if we go out of town, you know, there's sometimes when, you know, we're gone for like 3 days, 4 days, but usually we just there and back, you know. So the sourcing part, I mean, and I got so many contacts that hit me up and like, hey, do you want these 200 pair? Like, the day before yesterday, I sent people to Greenville, South Carolina to buy a dude's store. He hit me up. We made a deal, you know, 315 pair, and we paid somebody a couple $100. They drove down in a U-Haul, picked them up, and brought them back. You know, so it's. But I also still make ample time for my wife and my kids, right? Like they never ever, they don't feel like they're ever unloved, man. So I always make time for my wife. I always make time for my kids. My kids here, I love you 32 times a day. They all get hugs. They all get kisses. They all get snuggles. My wife gets love. Like that comes before every. And Joey is on the side. Like he's cool with it. Like, you know, nobody ever.
Joey, do you get snuggles?
Joey said he gets deprived. Joey said he deprives me. But Justin, always put as much time you can into your kids, because I'm telling you, when you put time in, it comes out the other side. You're going to put good people on this earth. We have enough assholes, so we need good people. So you're going to watch. They're going to come out good on the other side, bro. I promise.
And that's my goal, Mikey. Like that's my goal, is that I'm raising good humans, right?
Correct.
Like
exactly.
That's my goal. I'm at every one of my son's football practices. 95% of his games. I think I missed 2 games last year because I was out of town. But like my wife fills in if I'm there. So we you know, it's a balance. It's just like any. It's balance.
And
man.
don't ever promise something you can't deliver.
Never.
Because
they
never forget it.
When I sign these papers Friday, right? My son, he asked me to quit vaping, and I dip also, right? So he asked me to quit. We were all trick-or-treating. No, we were trick-or-treating. It was all, 4 of my kids and me and my wife. And my son's like, when are you going to quit vaping? I said, you know what? I said, when I sign these papers for this house, when we close, I said, you got my word. I'll quit vaping and dipping that day.
Wow.
And I said, if I don't, you can call me a liar for the rest of my life. And so this right here, Friday, it's a wrap, man.
Hey, Joey.
That's good,
Joey,
man.
get ready for one nasty. Get ready for one nasty son of a bitch, Justin Hampton. It's Friday.
At least for the
that
first
he's gonna be
Mikey.
mean.
Mikey, remember in Miami, the cough? I had such a cough, Justin. It wouldn't go away for months on end.
Yeah. Louis don't like doctors.
I thought I had some. Man, I tell you the truth, man. I thought I had lung cancer, and Mikey's like, I was gonna tell you the same thing, but I didn't want to scare you. I had a cough that did not want to go away for months. I couldn't even hardly breathe. I couldn't
even laugh.
I couldn't even laugh without coughing. And,
he's going, Mike. Don't be funny. He said, don't tell no jokes.
Yeah, I said, don't make me laugh. I can't laugh. Now, but Brandon needs to stop smoking that. He's on here right now. That vape, man, it would be the best thing you stop doing, Justin, because that shit is no fucking joke.
I'm usually pretty good, like, about giving up stuff. So
what are you gonna replace it with? More peanut butter cups?
Maybe that's that's like my kryptonite, bro. So if I'm in the gym and I'm dieting real good, bro, Reese cups are like I can eat. Look, so now they make
don't you eat them ones that are not so bad for you? Remember you eating them online?
Well, I tried to, but I'm telling you, I don't give a shit. Once I see Reese cups, or bro, I can eat like
what were those ones that were like low in fat or low in sugar? What are they?
The Quest one. Quest.
Yeah, Justin got mad at me. He goes, "Oh, these are low in fat." I said, "No, not when you eat 4 dozen." He got mad at me.
Bro, because I'm a Reese cup aholic, man. I'm a Reese cup aholic, but I'm gonna try just to replace it, man, with like more just being positive, I guess, and try not to let it affect my mood, because I know that this right here isn't helping me be happy or sad, right? Like this is just a crutch, and I use the girliest one too, like, so they see this big ass dude, and I'm like, hey, what's up? Like, yeah, let's go get a smoothie. Like they see that. But I'm like, you know what? I'm fixing to get rid of this shit once and for all.
Maybe we have to talk to. We got to talk to Mrs. Rourke. Maybe she give us some extra kisses.
Yeah, right. Yes, bro. Oh, but
we need you now, Mrs. Rourke.
We need you now. But man, I am thrilled that y'all have me on here.
Yeah, it was fun.
If anybody's got anything else to ask, or anything they want to know,
Chat, now is the time.
Yep.
Last round. Let's go.
I know somebody at a show came up to us and they said it was a man and a woman, husband and wife, and one of them had a Hustle Daddy shirt on that they had bought off of our stream. And she said, how tall are you? Because he thinks you're short. And I was like, I'm like 5. And he was like, see, I told you. And so I stood up, and she's like, see, I told you. So if everyone know, I'm 6'2", 280 pounds, man. Just so that's out. That's out. I'm not 5'8".
Friznaya.
What about Friznaya?
No, Friznaya. Friznaya, he just won the giveaway. See, he rigged it.
Oh, my God. Get a wig, motherfucker. All right. We good, I think.
We good, man.
Man, yo,
thank y'all
Justin.
for having me on, man. Much love,
brother.
y'all.
Justin, it was an absolute honor, bro. It was an absolute honor having you on there. Guys, make sure you are supporting Justin and Keevado Kicks. We wanted to bring Justin on here so everybody can know him, so he can tell everybody about the family man that he is. Man, great heart. Great freaking heart, Justin. We appreciate you. We love you, baby.
We wanted to start this kind of little podcast thing or whatnot, so people could meet the streamers and
Yeah.
feel because all they do is see you on there, or they see you yelling, or they see you laughing, or they see you buying, or this gives them a chance to get
This
like
is
inside.
me. Listen, every
Yep.
word I just said, I swear to you, you can ask anybody that knows me. It's 100% me. Like, I'm not trying to make myself seem like a damn saint or anything like that. I'm just a normal ass dude who got the hang of what I was supposed to do in life. I got blessed with a great wife. I got blessed with a great team around me in Joey and Christian. I got blessed with great in-laws, great children, and that just makes me want to be a better man. But don't get it twisted. I used to be a piece of shit. Okay, don't get it twisted.
Now and he's did a full 360, man. You are an amazing guy, bro.
180, 180,
bro. 180.
Nah, he did a 360
right
because he turned around twice.
Oh shit. Okay. I'll take that. All right, man.
All right, Justin, take
it's
care
been
of
an honor,
yourself.
man.
Yo, Justin, we love you, brother. Thank you so
Hey,
much,
love you too,
man.
brother. All right,
All right,
thank y'all.
bro.
All right.
All right.
All right, listen, chat. We're gonna do the closing credits over here, whatever you want to call it.
Yo, hold
We're
on,
gonna
chat.
stay here.
Make sure. Yep, hold on, chat. Make sure you are following Keevado Kicks and Justin. Bookmark all of their streams. You just heard an amazing story from an amazing guy. And when you see him out at sneaker shows, man, you can go up to him and talk to him. He's an amazing, amazing guy. His attitude is number one. He's not full of himself. You see him there. That's the real him. Amazing, amazing guys.
All right, so we're gonna run
All
the closing, and then we'll come back and do the giveaway, and we'll raid somebody.
Yeah, guys, make sure you're bookmarking our streams as well. So Keevado Kicks, Culture Kick sponsored the stream as well. So make sure you're spamming Culture Kicks, Keevado Kicks. Make sure you're bookmarking our streams as well, guys. Next week we got an amazing story from another amazing person.
Who's
Dallas
that, Louis?
54. That's
Dallas 54.
man.
Now, Louis,
Dallas, yes, sir.
I told Dallas, are we gonna like pixelate his picture and change the audio of his voice, or we're gonna see him?
I don't know. We gotta see. We gotta talk to Dallas about that. But guys, thank you so much for tuning in with us.
Stay tuned, because we're gonna stay on. We're gonna do a giveaway, and we're gonna raid somebody.
Because the closing credits go to what? To YouTube, because we're doing.
Thank you, Jackie. Jackie tipped $100, bro.
Jackie, we appreciate you. So the closing credits, did they hear us?
No, it's running.
Guys, these closing credits are because we have a YouTube channel, so we have to end it with this. So that's why you see this, and then you're gonna come back to us.
Yeah, but it's over. You talked over it already, so.
Oh, okay. So the producer's gonna have to do something.
You want to run it again? Run it again, Leland. Run it again.